Hello, my name is Dratman, and this is a Let's Play video. I've decided I'd like to do some Stardew Valley, and to change things up a little bit, I'm going to go with the Wilderness Farm. Alright, let's see here. I generally like to randomize things, although they'll only take a combination that appeals to me. Aha, look at that guy. Yeah, that looks like me. Second try, too. Okay. I'll skip the intro, but I will play through all of the dialogue that occurs when we have cutscenes and meet people, etc. Okay, so name, Dratman, farm. Well, as I said, I want to do the Wilderness Farm, which has monsters on it, so let's call this the Spooky Farm. And we kind of have a fall Halloween theme going on here, so Pumpkin IPA. Wilderness Farm, and I like cats, but let's take the gray cat. It's slightly spookier, don't you think? Alright. Let's get started. Alright, so first things first, I like to change a couple of the interface options. I always show tool hit location. I like to show the advanced crafting information. That can be quite useful. And I like to zoom out a little bit, so I've got, well, so I can see more of the play area. I also like to move my TV right beside the bed, so that whenever I come out of bed I can just immediately turn around and watch it. It saves me walking across the room, which is obviously not a big deal. Alright, it's going to be clear and sunny tomorrow. The fortune for today is very displeased. Oh boy. Well, I guess that doesn't make a huge difference today, except maybe you won't find any spring onions. Living off the land. We got another tip. We are greenhorn. Chop wood and search for forage. That is good advice. Yay! 15 free parsnips. Aw, thank you, Mayor Lewis. Okay. So, the first thing I need to do is clear space for these seeds. The other thing that I need to do, and I would recommend that everyone do this, and that is build a chest as soon as possible, because you will run out of space really quickly with only 10 or 12 inventory slots. Now, trees usually drop somewhere in the neighborhood of about 17 wood. So if I chop down 3 trees, I should have enough to build a chest. And I'm pretty sure you can chop down 3 trees pretty easily, even with your meager amount of starting energy and your very poor axe swinging proficiency. Alright, we're up to 34. That's exactly 17 each. So we should have just enough after cutting down this tree. There we go, 51. Excellent. There's our chest. Let's stick that up on our porch here. And while we're at it, let's get rid of some of these other bits of debris that are going to be in the way of our garden. So that's just about the bare minimum we need to kind of clear. So I was thinking about what to do with this run in terms of what would make it special and interesting. Well, I mean, choosing the Wilderness Farm is something that I don't see a lot of other people doing, so that's different. 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other thing I was thinking about is that one of my least favorite things to do in Stardew Valley is water crops, and I figured the only thing less interesting than that is watching other people water crops. So I'm going to try to keep my initial garden size kind of reasonable, because I don't think anyone actually, let me water these first before I put stuff away. I mean, you know, it's part of the game, what are you going to do, but I don't want to make anyone watching this video suffer through like 15 minutes of watering. So yeah, So the initial watering can has 40 charges, meaning that it can dump water 40 times, and if you don't miss, that's 40 plants that you can water each day. So I think I'm going to limit myself to that. 40 seeds in the ground, so to speak. Of course, when I upgrade my watering can and can hold more water or water more spots, I might increase the garden size. Also, if I get sprinklers, that sort of solves the whole problem of wasting time watering. So this really will be something that only affects my planting decisions early in the game. Now, one thing that will be a bit of a challenge is that although this isn't going to be a min-max or a completionist farm per se, I do want to keep an eye on satisfying the community center bundles. So I want to get one each of cauliflower, potato, green bean, and parsnip for, I think it's the spring crop bundle, if I'm not mistaken. But there's also a quality crop bundle, which requires 5 gold parsnips. So that means I got to plant a lot of parsnips in order to eventually get 5 gold ones. I mean, when your farming level is quite high, that's no problem. But at this point in the game, it's something like 1 in 25 parsnips is going to be gold. And I don't think I'm going to be able to plant, you know, like over 100 parsnips. I mean, my farming level will increase as I go. Hi. Well, pleased to meet you, whoever you are. That's Jazz. So that is to say, I will probably want to upgrade my water can and or get sprinklers so that I can ensure getting a sufficient number of parsnips in the ground. Oh, you're that new farmer boy, aren't you? Pleased to meet you too, Haley. All right, well, I'm going to go see if I can find some spring onions down here. Oh, there are a few. That's good. When it said it was an extremely, or that the spirits were very displeased, I thought, oh, there's more. I thought maybe we wouldn't get any. Now, that's not the best yield. I got 25 one day once, and that was crazy. But yeah, 7 is nice. That'll give us a bit more energy if we want to devote some time to clearing more of the farm before we go to bed today. All right, so what's the plan for today? So I want to get more seeds and get those in the ground. I'd like to meet people as I come across them. Ah, Mayor Lewis told me you just arrived. I'm Marnie. Hello, Marnie. I'm Dratman. And yeah, let's see here. You can barge into people's houses and say hello to them. Oh, you aren't exactly how I imagined, but that's okay. I'm Jody. I wonder what she imagined. Oh, a stranger. My name's Vincent. Mama says not to talk to strangers, but you seem okay. I am okay. You're a very good judge of character, little boy. Ah, someone else to meet. Oh, I can read it on your face. You're gonna love it here in Pelican Town. If you're ever looking for something to do in the evening, stop by the saloon. That's where I work. I may very well do that. Pro tip, many people go to the saloon in the evenings, but even more go on Friday nights. So if you're looking for people, Friday night's the time to go. Why, hello, and welcome to our little community, dear. You can call me Granny if you like. Thank you, Granny Evelyn. I will. Oh, there's someone else in the park over here. Hey, don't go. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Harvey, the local doctor. I'm Dratman, the local farmer. Hello, you must be Dratman, the new farmer. I'm Caroline. Pleased to meet you, Caroline. All right, let's get to Pierre's before it closes. Just checking the calendar first. So, no birthdays this week until Sunday, that is, when it's Mayor Lewis's. I don't think we have the opportunity to get any items that he loves, but we can certainly find a daffodil to give him, and I think almost everyone likes daffodils, so that should be okay. Another pro tip here, usually you want to find gifts that people love to give them on their birthdays, because you get a massive boost to the amount of friendship points you get on birthdays. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Leia. Or Leah. So if you give someone a gift that they love, you get a multiplicative, huge friendship bonus. Hey, it's Mr. Dratman, the new farmer. I'm Pierre, owner of the local general store. If you're looking for seeds, my shop is the place to go. I'll also buy produce from you at a good price. So as you may know, you can... Oh, am I going to run out of space? No, I'm good. What was I saying? Yeah, you can get money by throwing things in your shipping bin on your farm, and you get the money overnight and you receive it the next day. If you, for whatever reason, need money immediately, you can sell things to certain people in town. So, for example, Pierre will buy produce. He'll also buy these forageables if we wanted to sell those. Oh, out of room. Okay, I'll come back for you. Willie, who lives by the ocean, will buy fish from you. And not certain, but I think maybe Clint will buy like minerals and that sort of thing. Oh, can't pick that up either. All right, so let's get some of these other things in the ground here. And two of these guys. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the reason I bought 2 each of beans, cauliflower, and potatoes is that we need them for the one of the bundles in the community center. But at this point, our crops are vulnerable to crows. So each morning, if you don't have any scarecrows, you might see crows rummaging around in your garden and eating your seeds or your plants that are growing. So I won't be able to make any scarecrows until I reach level 1 farming, I believe, and that won't happen until I've gotten my first harvest. So we've got at least 4 days with no scarecrows. I'll refill this. So I like to get duplicates of some of those plants that I'm going to need for the spring crops bundle. All right, put this away, and that. I'll hold on to the spring onions for now. And before I forget, I'm going to go back and get that daffodil, because if I don't find anything else better, which I don't think I will, this will be Mary Lewis's gift on Sunday. All right. Okay, I'll put away this daffodil, and then I will start clearing the farm. I think that's what I'll do for the rest of the day, is I will break rocks, chop down trees, clear debris until I run out of energy, and I will consume spring onions when necessary to rejuvenate my energy. But I'm sure I will get through all of those because I'm getting quite low already. You know what, let's just eat all of these because it's only 6 p.m. There's no way I'm going to go to bed with energy at this rate, so I'll take a little break here, eat some onions, and then carry on with our labors for the day. Now you can see why getting some spring onions was good luck, and you can see why it might have been better luck if I had gotten more. I guess it'll all depend on whether I have to go to bed early or not. Because once this energy runs dry, if there's still a couple hours left in the day, I might be thinking to myself, it would have been nice to have something else to eat at this point. And yeah, debating whether I should actually bother cutting down any trees at this point, and whether just clearing away these little guys is better use of my time at this point. I mean, my garden's not going to get huge, but I think between seasons, oh, it's a bat. Good thing I've got my trusty scythe. So just in case you weren't aware, the scythe basically counts as a super weak sword. You can see I'm doing like 1 and 2 damage to this thing. It's even weaker than the rusty sword that you get from Marlin when you enter the mines for the first time. Funny story, my wife was playing this game and she got knocked out in the mine, like on level 3 or something. And she lost her sword as one of the items that had, you know, you lose random stuff and pass out. So she was at a loss because she didn't have any money, couldn't buy it back from Marlin, and had to use her scythe for the first 20 levels until she got the, I think it's a small sword. Whatever you get on level 20. I think she could have bought the sword. I think whatever Marlin was asking for, it was kind of not really worth it because, you know, the scythe kind of will sort of work. And the idea is that she could just get a free sword eventually rather than buy to get the rusty sword back. Because you can't really buy swords that are of any use until you get to lower levels in the mine. Like what becomes available to buy is contingent on how far you've gotten. So, for example, once I get to level 20, I usually like to go and buy the Silver Saber. It's a significant upgrade on the small sword that you get for free on level 20. And I usually find it'll keep me until I get to level, ooh, I think it's level 90 when you get the obsidian edge. Yeah, I mean, some people will try to get to, well, there's a couple scenarios that can play out. Either you just keep the short sword all the way until you get to level 90 to get the obsidian edge, or maybe you find a lead rod in the sort of ice levels. They're fairly common down there. They're really slow, but they do a decent amount of damage, so if you get that, sometimes you can make do with that until you get the better sword. But I'm not personally a fan of the lead rod because it's so freaking slow. You swing it and there's like a full second pause before you get to swing it again. I mean, it has good knockback, so sometimes it's not the end of the world. Like you hit an enemy and it flies back far enough that you can get ready to swing it again before they come back. But, I mean, I find it come sort of unwieldy, literally. Is that another betta here? So one thing I've noticed is that like I planned to sort of spend a lot of energy just clearing rocks and stuff, but I ended up spending much time fighting off bats. So maybe my prediction about how much energy I was going to end up using was maybe a bit off because of that. Because obviously you're not using any energy swinging at these guys, but what I'm not doing is using energy doing useful things like clearing debris. Now, if I'm lucky, maybe I'll go up a combat level. That'd be kind of nice. Then when I eventually go to the mines, I'll be be a veteran of combat, so to speak. All right, well, making some progress wearing down that energy. Honestly, at this point, yeah, well, it's 12. All right, let's go. It's getting late and my energy is finally getting pretty low. So yeah, that's the end of today. I think we accomplished the things that we wanted to do. We got some seeds in the ground. We met some people. We fought off some bats. No, didn't get a combat level. Oh well. All right, well, I'm going to end that here for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will join Dratman Plays Stardew Valley Wilderness Farm Edition, Episode 2, which will be coming up shortly. Bye-bye.